former Super Eagles striker and 2013 AFCON winner Brown Ideye has taken a major step off the pitch, joining Atlantic Business Football Club as Director of Player Pathways and Partnerships. The club announced the appointment via social media, describing Ideye as a global football icon set to shape the next generation. The 36-year-old will lead talent development and drive strategic collaborations to boost the club's reach nationally and internationally. With playing experience in Europe, the Premier League, and the Middle East, Ideye brings deep expertise to his new boardroom role. Now, his appointment comes shortly after visiting the club during their run to the Youth League final, which they lost. Now, Ideye begins a new chapter focused on mentoring youth and building football fixtures. And we're being joined tonight, like I mentioned, by Brown Ideye, who is the Director of Player Pathways and Partnerships. That's a mouthful, big title for a big man. Thank you so much for coming through tonight, Brown. It's so good to see you. I'm sure you're enjoying life off the pitch, but let's start this way. There's so much to talk about, Brown, but let's start with this new role. What does this entail, right? You are Director Player Partnerships and Pathways. What does this new role what does it really entail?
First, I want to say thanks to God, for life and for giving me this opportunity to be here today. It's amazing, it's really, really good. It's a good feeling to be a part of AB Football Club. Mm.
Okay, so let me just continue by asking, so this new role, right, how does it feed into your career? I mean, you've been a youth international, a senior international, a decorated one at that. How does this, feed into your career, going by all the experiences that you've gathered? How do you think, what can you bring to this role to make it a success?
To be honest with you, you can't take experience away from football. We know how the Nigerian youths and the players in Nigeria are really finding it difficult to really go abroad and play football and enjoy what they love how to do. My role in the club is just to make sure that I bring light. I'm not saying that there's no light, but just to expose the player that is in the club, to make sure that they further their talent and guide them on the right paths and make sure that they achieve what they dream for in their life. Mm.
Well, Brown, congratulations once more.
Thank you.
Your experience is, you are a high-profile player. You have won the Nations Cup and you have played for some of the biggest clubs in Europe. But football administration is a different ballgame. Recently, last week, we saw how you went on social media to complain about what happened to you in Enyimba. So that is the terrain. The different team playing in Europe, football administration, the reality, the secret, the way they handle things here. Are you sure that you are equipped, for this role that you have been hired for?
Yeah, I'm ready. The thing a lot of people don't know is that I've been part of AB Football Club for years. You understand, working on the ground to make sure that the team have that recognition and have that height they need in football. So it's not like maybe I'm just starting with them now. I've been working on the ground with them. I've been making sure that the players and the staff, they got the right thing going on. So having the experience, it's another thing, and knowing what to do is another thing. So for me, I think with the experience that I have, and with the people and the people I've worked with, I know that it's possible for me to do the job.
Mm. Well, Director of Player Pathways and Partnerships. That means you are definitely looking towards getting possible partnerships with your foreign clubs for this club, for Atlantic Business. Am I correct?
You are correct. Mm.
Okay, so that will also involve, would it also involve like player exchange? Possibly we might see some of these players from outside the country coming to Atlantic Business to probably, have like a player exchange program, or is it maybe even coaching exchange program with some of these,
there's a lot happening. You know, I can't let the cat out of the bag. There's a lot that there's a lot that we're gonna do. But you know, I'm just gonna touch a bit of it. You understand? We know how difficult it is for players to leave the shore of Nigeria abroad to play football. You understand? And Atlantic's business is the right club, you know, to produce talent to export abroad. And me finding myself there or me accepting that job, it's not because I don't have anything else to do. It's because I believe in the project and I believe that, you know, come 3-4 years from now, you know, things will start happening, you know, I believe.
Okay, I agree with you. To be honest, I actually saw that final against Kwara United under 19 team that they started lost.
Yeah.
I thought Atlantic Business, they were really competitive. So if you can improve this team in any way, I think it's only a plus for them. But does this signal the end of your playing career? Can we now finally say that Brown Ideye has hung up his boots, or might we see you joining maybe Shooting Stars?
I get this question a lot. You know, I keep on saying. A lot of people will be like, "Oh, you are still young. Why do you want to quit now?" But I feel like, you know, 20 years in, you know, professional football is not a joke. You know, I've given everything in this game, and you know, I still have the legs if I still want to continue. But I think at this point now, I have to be careful not to get injured. And if this is it, why not? I have other things to focus on.
Okay, so but Brown, you have not answered the question. Will you be playing in the MPFL this season, or might we see in Saudi Arabia?
The only thing I can tell you is I'm not going to play for any MPFL team. The reason why is even before I signed for Eyimba. No, it's not because of the things that happen in Eyimba. Before I signed Eyimba, I told myself that I'm just going to do one season, you know, with a local team, and that's it. No matter what anybody say, I'm not. It's not because of what's, you know, transpiring in Eyimba. It's not because of that. It's just what me and my family agreed that there's no way I can play more than one season in Nigerian league.
But let's just touch on that a little. I mean, you played in the league before with Ocean Boys, right? You came back now. You played with Eyimba. That's a difference of almost a decade, I think. Would you say the league has grown from when you were at Ocean Boys to Eyimba now? Would you say that space of time the league has improved, or is it still the same?
A little bit. No big difference for me. The change is not much. You understand? The change is not much. Like I said, during my time in Ocean Boys was amazing. I have a lot of, you know, I played under a lot of great players, wonderful coaches, staff, and it was amazing. It was good. But right now, you know, I'm not saying that it's bad, but I think that we still have a lot to do, you know, when it comes to managing the league and, you know, giving the league that lift that the league needed. For me, I feel like the difference is, you know, the welfare of the players back then and now is different. You can say, okay, things are more cheaper, things are not that expensive back then. Now, because of the economy, things are really difficult for clubs to pay player a lot of money. That I understand, but that does not take away how the club, you know, will take care of the players. You can't take that away, because the players are the ones doing the job, and they're supposed to be happy doing the job.
Well, Brown, by the way, I'm one of your fans because I followed your game at Ocean Boys.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I was close when Tunde Disu was your coach at Ocean Boys. You know, so yes, you raised some issues last week, you know, about unpaid allowances. I want to know whether those allowances, because we all saw the reaction of the management of Eyimba. I want to know whether those matters have been resolved. Then, if they have not been resolved, what steps do you want to take? Because I also like the way you said you are not fighting for yourself, you are fighting for other players, the voiceless players who don't have the guts to speak out. So what steps will you take if these issues are not resolved?
At this point, I'm just gonna let it go. Yeah. You know, there's no point, you know, fighting over. A lot of people don't really understand, you know, me the things I wrote on X, it's bigger than what people from outside can see. It's bigger than what people from outside can see. I can't go deep into it, but what I have to say is, they have to do what is right, and they know what they have to do that is right, but they refuse to do it. You can't owe players bonuses from 2 seasons ago and still they have to play this past season, and you're still doing the same thing this season. And some of the players can't come out to speak because they are scared, and because they feel like if they come out to speak, they're gonna get cancelled. The reason why I tweeted about it is because these boys don't have the mind to come out and speak, and these boys look up to me to say, please, senior man, can you help us? Can you help us? Talk to these people. And I try my best to reach the management several times. For 2 months now, I haven't gotten any reply, any message, because they asked me to talk to the players to be calm and play the last game. They're going to get their bonuses, and these players don't receive their bonuses, and they are calling me every day asking me, please, can you talk to the officials, because they respect me, and I don't want to act like someone who will lose respect because of what I promised them. I promised them that they're going to get their bonus. They should play this last game and they're going to get their bonus. A lot of people don't know that the money I spent in Eyimba is even bigger than what they are paying me as salary. Like I said, I don't want to go deeper, because if I do, a lot of feelings is going to get hurt. And a lot of people who don't understand what is happening in the team will see me as a bad person. I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus. The only thing I'm fighting for, even if they don't pay me, they should pay the rest players. I don't care about the money. They should pay the rest players. These boys are, they have families to feed, they have responsibility, they have so many things to do in their life. And 2 years ago, last season, there's no bonus for them. You pay them at the end of the season. You only pay them salaries to survive. I'm not fighting for myself. There's no amount of money they're going to give me that will change my life. But I'm trying to make sure that these boys get what they deserve. That's the only thing.
I totally agree. And it's a shame because, Eyimba has been run by 2 ex-internationals, Kanu Nwankwo and Ifeanyi Ekweme. You're an ex-international yourself now, also moving into administration. So this is really a very dicey situation, because it speaks to how ex-internationals who are moving into management are managing the responsibilities they are given. But let's leave that aside. Let's talk about the Super Falcons of Nigeria, who became African champions for the 10th time. A lot of people have been weighing in on the rewards that the government gave them. In 2013, you were part of the Super Eagles team that won the Africa Cup of Nations. My producer, there's an error in that name. It actually should be Brown Ideye, M-O-N, member of the Order of Niger, that he received, for services to Nigeria. You were also giving cash rewards, houses, and everything. But there are those who are saying that
not the same.
Not the same. True. But there are those who are saying that $100,000 for the Falcons is too much. In your opinion,
it's huge.
Is it too much, or should we have like a standard going forward for every national team or individual who brings honor to Nigeria? Because this is unprecedented. No athlete in Nigeria's history has ever been given $100,000. Is this too much? And if it's too much, what do you think should be the best way they should be rewarded? Nigerian sportsmen, I know they should be rewarded going forward.
For me, I don't think it's too much. A lot of people don't know that every time you lace your boot, you wear your jersey, you go out there, it might be your last game. A lot of people don't know that. They think tomorrow is promised. Like, okay, if I don't do well today, tomorrow I'm going to do. No. Every time you go out there to play, it might be your last game. We see how players get injured and, their career got short with the injury. So for me, I think this money is even little. Nigeria have money, man. We are blessed. We're supposed to do more. So I was expecting, to be honest with you, I was not expecting this number. But when I saw it, I'm like, wow, they deserve it. Winning a trophy is it's not a joke. It's not something you have to just, sweep under the carpets. You know, you have to treat it with love and respect and honor. So they deserve more than, for me, they deserve more than that.
Okay. Brown Ideye, M-O-N, my director and producer, please put that on the screen before we go. Brown Ideye, M-O-N, thank you so much for coming through tonight on Game On. Congratulations on your new position. You can be sure that we will give you all the support that you require here as you strive to bring up the next generation of Nigerian footballers. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. Pleasure.